Hi, I wanted to come to you and share with you a little bit about um, 80-day obsession timed nutrition. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through the process together. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's go to the 80-day obsession. So let me back out a little bit. I'm in Beachbody On Demand, as you can see. And you go to workout programs. So Beachbody On Demand workout programs, 80-day obsession program materials. So the first part is your starter guide. And depending if you're in the US or Canada or the UK, I have someone that I'm working on this for that's in the UK, so we're going to go ahead and use that one today. And so that opens up with, the 80-day obsession starter guide. And in this, it talks about, the different working out, time nutrition, refeed day, self-care. That's super important in this particular workout program. And then the 6 easy steps to get you started. So the first step, and to me, I wish I would have done this in the very beginning. So you want to take those fit photos and the measurements to get yourself, to show those non-scale victories. Because honestly, some programs, you may not lose the number on the scale, but you may lose inches and you may lose, obvious things in your photos. I wish I would have taken better before photos for me, but I had to dig some out sometimes. So go ahead, take those photos and measurements, and you see here all the different measurements. And what you will do is you will send your before and after photos to the Beachbody Challenge contest, and you get a t-shirt or tank after you complete the program, and you have a chance to win money. So there's more incentive there to do it. But honestly, for me, it's just like looking back and seeing my changes. I think that's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So if you can have someone measure you there, and there is a blog article on how to take better before and after photos and also measurements to kind of give you an idea, but that does give you a good diagram of where you need to be measuring everything. So this is kind of the key to the nutrition aspect. You want to calculate your caloric baseline, and that is just your current weight and your times 11. So let's just say, for example's sake, we're at 135. So we multiply that by 11, and that gives us 1,485 calories. That's the caloric baseline, excuse me. And then you want to add in 600. So that gives you 2,085. So those are your maintenance calories for this particular program. You need 2,000 calories at 135 pounds to maintain that weight. Now, if you want to lose any weight, you have to subtract from that 2,085, 750. So that takes you down to 1,335 for your calorie target. So with that, you will then go on and look at your meal plan. So we'll keep that number in mind. Just wanted to look at the next couple of steps here. So when you finish phase 1, you're going to do recalculation for phase 2 and phase 3. And you see, if you want to lose weight, there is only a deficit of 550 going forward, as opposed to 750. So that is the difference between the next two phases. So we are for phase 1, we're going to be at 1,335 calories, which is plan A. So then we'll go back to the main page here in a second and get the eating plan. You can also watch the starter videos that are on the website. I'll show you where those are. And then you're going to go get your workouts. And this goes through what each of the workouts are, what equipment you would need, and how, there's your workout block. There is the window that surrounds your workout that ensures that you have the right fuel. And I've found that this is extremely important with this particular workout program. So you also have refeed days and peak weeks that will be coming up in, phase 2 has the refeed days, and peak week is the last week of the program. It talks about the supplements and Shakeology and the Beachbody performance line. I do use the Energize because I'm vegan. I don't do the Recover, but a lot of people are doing that. And we are going to be looking at the non-vegan plan right now. So we're going to go back over to our programs list, and you can go to the nutrition. And so the first thing is your container food list. This is a helpful guide so that whenever you are actually putting meals together, you can just use this food list to help you kind of put in the different category or container food into the slot that it needs to go to. I use my food list every week to make sure that I'm in the right category. I've been doing this for 3 years. I still don't know sometimes where something goes, so I kind of have to check. The stuff that you eat a lot of, you're going to know, but in this case, I do go back and check a lot. So that's helpful to plan your meals for the week. So then we're going to look at the 80-day Obsession Eating Plan A. So we open that, and that's the 1,200 to 1,499 calories, and we're at 1,335. So this talks about the portion control containers, the time nutrition, gives you samples of meal plans, your rest day meal plan, talks about the refeed day, the peak week, and it gives you a meal planner that you can print out and use. We do have meal planners that we have created we can share with anyone who wants them to make it a little easier. So as you see here, green is vegetables, purple fruit, red is protein, and you have yellow for carbohydrates, and blue for healthy fats, and orange for seeds and dressing. And then your teaspoon is oils and nut butters. So in the vegan plan, in the regular plan A, you will have 4 servings of veggies, 2 fruit, 4 protein, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 dressing or seed, and 3 servings of the teaspoon, which is your oils and nut butters. So this is taking into account that you are going to be working out. So let's just say you work out first thing in the morning. I think that there's actually workout block examples. Okay, so we're going to look at the workout block examples. So let's say you work out first thing in the morning. So you get up at 5:30, you have your pre-workout meal, which would be a veggie, a protein, a carb, and a teaspoon. So what I might put there in your case would be eggs with veggies, like a scramble with some veggies, and your carb could be some toast with some nut butter. So that might be something you might do. And then around 7, you would have your Energize, and then you would work out at 7:30. They like you to have the Energize 20 to 30 minutes before you work out. And then after your workout, you have a snack. In this case, they are assuming that you are doing Recover. But if you're not, this is a good place to do Shakeology with a fruit. And then at 10 a.m., you would have your post-workout meal. And so here I would do maybe a salad, so greens with a protein of like some chicken. And for my carb, maybe I think crackers are on the meal, or something to that extent. Or you could put this over rice or something like that, and then a teaspoon. I would use, because balsamic is a free food, so I would use a little bit of olive oil with balsamic for my veggies. And then a few hours later, you have another meal. And that is your fruit with protein and teaspoon. And then you have a meal option 2, which is a veggie with a healthy fat. So for me, I have that same one, and I've been doing like cucumbers with hummus, or this week I did cucumbers and almonds. So it just depends on what you want to do there. And then your meal option 3 is the veggie, the protein, and the dressing. So that to me is a salad. And then you have your nighttime supplement of Recharge. Now, I want to say that I am doing my first meal option 1, before I work out in the morning, because I need something lighter, because I eat within an hour of working out. So I switch those around, and my pre-meal option 1 is a veggie with a teaspoon. So I switch that around. You have that option as well. That is the only change within the workout block that Autumn has said that you are able to do. However, the other meal options can be moved around. So if that doesn't work for you, you can change them up. So like your meal option 3 might be a salad. You may want to have that salad for lunch, as opposed to having the fruit and protein and teaspoon, which if you didn't have your Shakeology as your post-workout supplement, then you could do the Shakeology at night with the purple, the red, and the teaspoon being like, I would have to look at the food list. See, I had to look at the food list. Teaspoon. So I would put maybe some nut butter in my Shakeology or something like that. So, okay, let's just go back and look at the meal plan. That there's a meal plan example. So there it is, the eggs with the baby spinach, some oatmeal, and olive oil. The Energize, the Hydrate. Have a banana with your Recover. And so then you have your squash, chicken breast pasta for lunch as your post-workout meal. And then Shakeology with blueberries, celery sticks and hummus. I'm not a fan of celery. I only like it in cooked things like soups. And then having for dinner some fish with green beans and olives. So there's all kinds of ways that you can change things up. But it's just really important that you kind of follow the time nutrition. So after your post-workout meal, you're going to eat every 2 to 3 hours until the end of the day. I would say spacing them out between to 2.5 hours is probably a good idea. If you're not doing the supplements, I can come back and make a comment on that later on. I'm not sure what happens for people who don't use their supplements that are on a regular plan. Here is your rest day meal plan. So you just have the 5 meal options and you can eat them in any order. It does say that your purple container moves from post-workout supplement to meal option 2. So maybe that's what they would want you to do if you are not doing the supplements. But I can check on that. So this is really a very well put together information guide. I basically used the vegan one to do mine. There's the meal planner that they have set out for you that if you want to, you can use that, or we can share one with you via forms. And again, there's the workout block. So let's go back over to, so there's all the different meal plans here, depending on your calorie level. There's the vegan meal plans. You also have the calendar, the workout calendar, tracker for all those. And because the workouts are not, they have no music, and if you want to listen to music, you can go to her playlist that she set up on Spotify. I just listen to my own music to work out. So I hope that helps. I want to show you my meal plan for this last week in 80-Day Obsession Phase 1. So this is, again, the vegan meal plan. As you can see what I do here, I have breakfast, or my pre-workout meal is butternut squash with coconut oil. And then afterwards, I'm going to have some fruit and some tofu. There's some really weird combinations of food because of being vegan, you have less options in some categories. So for my post-workout meal, I'm going to put together spinach with some edamame and cucumbers done with some lemon. I really like that. And then I'm going to have as my dessert to that oatmeal. I like my oatmeal. And then once the workout block ends, that's where I sort of change things up a bit. So I'm going to have bell peppers with hummus as my veggie with healthy fat this week. I'm going to make a spicy lentil with sweet potato and chard, kind of just dish to eat for lunch. And then I'm going to have a tiny little small salad in balsamic with some olive oil as my last kind of meal. And then I'm going to have Shakeology for my nighttime treat because I've missed it. And that is spinach. I'm putting spinach in there because I do have to have a veggie. I'm going to either put fruit in there or eat fruit separately. And Shakeology, and then I can put coconut or chia seeds or some other sorts of seeds in the Shakeology. On Saturday and Sunday morning, I do a tofu scramble. I actually eat the full meal before I work out on Saturday because I have more time on Saturday mornings. So you can see I also meal plan while I'm eating, have my Energize workout, and then go through the day and then workout block ends, and then the rest of my meals. So I hope that helps. I am wanting to, I'm hoping that helps, and I hope that if you have any questions, you can ask me. I know that it can be a little kind of crazy when you first get into all the containers and all that, but I've been using them for 3 years, and they are just wonderful as far as like helping you, you know, adjust your mindset because we have lost sight of what a portion size is. So that's basically what this is to retrain us to what we should be eating and not what restaurants want to feed us. So, okay. I'm going to sign off. And again, if you have any questions, you can email me and or message me, and I will get back to you. All right, thank you.